All right, boys, we're going to get right into it. We're going to make a video on 5 secret meals that I used to get jacked. I used to be skinny like you, and we ain't going to do no intro. We're going to get straight into it. Number 1, Cocoa Pebbles / Fruity Pebbles, okay? So more specifically, if you want to use Cocoa Pebbles, make sure that it's the gluten-free version. I'm pretty sure all Cocoa Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles are gluten-free, but just to make sure they're gluten-free, and you're going to use these after you work out, okay? Now, why are you going to use these after you work out? After you work out, you're going to need some fast digesting carbs, and a little bit of sugar is going to help shuttle those carbs, and it's going to pair along well with the protein, and you're going to eat that immediately after you work out so that you have some good digesting carbs, and it's going to be shuttled to the muscle very, very fast, which is why you eat it right after your workout, okay? So notice I didn't say Lucky Charms. Notice I didn't say Frosted Flakes. This is not some sort of like free meal, right? These are actually used as a functional meal, and you can get in a lot of carbs in a very short amount of time, and it's going to be perfect if you're on a bulk because you can get in a good amount of calories, a good amount of carbs, and it digests super fast. So for example, I'll get home at 3 o'clock, say I'll eat my cereal at 3 o'clock. I can eat again at 4 o'clock an hour later because it digests so fast. Number 2, Chipotle. If I'm in a pinch or I want like I don't know, like a cheat meal or something after the gym, Chipotle is really, really good. You just have to be careful of staying away from the cheese, staying away from the sour cream, staying away from a lot of those high calorie kind of add-ons that are just going to make that bowl or / that burrito. Well, that's another thing. You should be getting just the bowl. Don't get the burrito because the burrito has a shit ton of carbs and it has gluten in it, and it has a shit ton of salt. Okay, so if you can get the bowl, just get the rice. You get more anyway, more bang for your buck. What I do is I get rice. Obviously, the 2 most important things you want to get on this meal is your rice. Get white rice. Brown rice is going to take way longer to digest, right? Get your protein source. There's a lot of different protein sources you could choose. I'd prefer either the steak or the chicken. I think the other ones are like pork and stuff, so stay away from the pork. Pork is bad for you. So get the steak or the chicken, and then the third thing maybe is the guac, okay? If you want to add in some extra fats. Understand that meals that have a lot of fat in it is going to take a little bit longer to digest. So if you do add some guac in there, just know that it might take a little bit longer to digest. So you might have to wait a little bit longer to eat your next meal. Also be careful of like the really spicy hot sauce, things like that. Guys, you have to understand when you're on a bulk and you're trying to gain size, if you have heartburn and you're still eating spicy food, then just stay away from the spicy food. I know that it's hard, okay? If you're used to putting hot sauce on everything, trust me, I'm Jamaican. I put hot sauce on everything. Everything that I eat is spicy. Guys, if you really want to take this seriously and put on some size, you have to throw this mindset away and understand that the food that you eat has to be conducive to your exercise and your lifestyle, okay? If you eat a meal and you have heartburn for 3 or 4 hours, guess what? It's going to be a lot harder to eat that next meal, okay? Make sure your meals are digesting properly, digesting fast, so that you're able to eat more. Number 3, gluten-free pancakes, okay? So obviously I eat these for breakfast sometimes. Guys, you can get a shit ton amount of carbs in this and it doesn't even feel like much. So I personally would get the Bob's Red Mill gluten-free pancakes. Notice that I keep saying gluten-free, okay? Now, if you're gluten intolerant or tolerant, I would still get gluten-free just because the body processes gluten at a much slower rate than if it doesn't have gluten, okay? So, again, the common theme here is that making sure we're eating meals where we can get a lot of calories, a lot of carbs, but doesn't take forever to digest, okay? So again, use these pancakes for breakfast. Me personally, like for example, right? You can make you could have like 100 grams of carbs with literally just like 120 grams of this protein mix, and it'll make like 2 pancakes, which is nothing, okay? and it doesn't take it, you don't feel bogged down, you don't feel shitty. So I use these pancakes a lot in the off season. Obviously I wouldn't recommend any of these foods in a prep setting, but again, this video is for people who want to put on size, so definitely use these pancakes if you're trying to put on some size. Number 4, and if you're in the bodybuilding realm, you know what this is: cream of rice. Okay, you guys don't have to buy the little orange boxes. You can literally make cream of rice yourself if you buy like a little coffee bean grinder and you just literally put rice and then ground up the rice. A lot of people don't know that the little orange boxes, literally the only thing that they do is grind up the rice and fortify it with nutrients. But you have to understand that if you grind up rice at your house and put it in a coffee bean grinder, the nutrients are already in the rice. So it's literally the same exact thing. But if you want to buy this orange box, you can. The reason why cream of rice works so well is because it's liquid. Okay, so you can make this like sweet. You can put protein powder in there. You can put stevia in there, blueberries, and you can get a shit ton of amount of carbs in a very low volume. Okay, so like for example, 50 grams, 50 grams of cream of rice is equivalent to about 150 grams of like white jasmine rice, right? So for example, this 150 gram of white jasmine rice is going to be like this, and then the 50 grams of cream of rice is going to be like this, and you could eat it a lot faster. Guys, I usually take about 30 minutes to eat my meals, and if you grew up skinny, you know where I'm coming from. Guys, this little 50-gram cream of rice, I eat it like that. And it processes so fast, it's literally insane, okay? So this whole chicken and rice era, yes, you can do chicken and rice, but using cream of rice and then mixing it in with, say, like almond butter and then throwing your protein powder on top of that and mixing it kind of like a pudding. All of my bodybuilders know what this is, but if you're somebody out there and you're asleep and you don't know this method, get on this right now because this is game changing. You can use this meal for breakfast. You can use it for pre-workout. You can use it for post-workout. But this right here is something that a lot of bodybuilders use, especially when we're trying to put on size. Number 5, and the last one, this is going to be an obvious one, but it's going to be sushi. Look, guys, if you don't like sushi, you are missing out, okay? Like, if you literally go get sushi, you can literally get so many rolls and it feels as if you ate nothing, but literally get so many carbs and so many calories in. It's literally insane. Guys, if you think about it, sushi is really just like rice and fish and maybe some vegetables. Obviously, if you're getting all of the fried shit where they've got the fried shrimp, which is my personal favorite, I like getting like the fried tempura, like shrimp, like the bad sushi. But even then, like the regular like tuna rolls or the rainbow rolls, things like that, it tastes pretty good. You use the soy sauce. Don't use that little orange sauce, that little yum yum sauce or whatever the fuck it's called. Or the mayo, spicy mayo is what they call it. Don't do the spicy mayo, okay? Use the soy sauce if you can. Actually, if you're on a bulk, if you're really, really skinny watching this, you can use the spicy mayo. Just don't overdo it. Don't overdo it, okay? But yeah, sushi is like, I feel like that's one that everyone knows, but not a lot of people utilize. So the best way is to go to like a sushi buffet. Depending on where you're at, every city has a sushi buffet, right? Where you go in, you pay 40 bucks and you can eat all the sushi you want, okay? This is literally a game changer. You can get so many carbs, so much protein, and the calories won't even be too much. But guys, this is another thing. Stop focusing so much on calories and focus more on the amount of carbs, proteins, and fats you're getting in. Macros, okay? I used to count the calories, but it's too much work for nothing. So focus on your carbs, your proteins, and your fats, and you'll see that you can get a lot of carbs and protein with sushi and not get too many calories, okay? So those are the quick 5 things. Hopefully you guys learned something. Leave this video a like and leave me a subscribe. Maybe if you learn something, again, guys, I don't have a lot of subscribers. I'm really just trying to help you small guys out. I've been on this journey for 12 years. So if you're trying to get coaching as well, Fill out that form in my description and let's get to work. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I will catch you guys in the next one.